Alright, so yes, hello, this is Greta, and welcome to another one of my Vidreps. This time, in an effort to not disappoint people for a decade after they've sent me a replay, I'm actually taking things that are being sent to me right now. And I had a wonderfully done email here, entitled, Greetings, Spaceman. Okay, well, let's go with that. Alright, so there we go. We've got these guys. That's fighting spirit. You know the shit. Clicky, clicky. So, greetings, Spaceman. 12 years after my discovery of Starcraft, I have decided to give multiplayer a go, and not too later had the pleasure of discovering the wonder that is your narration of professional noob replays. Therefore, attached to this email lies my 5th or so game, the first game where I didn't get owned before the 5-minute mark. Spoilers, he wins, probably. If this ever reaches the top of your list, which, yeah, it did, because that's why I'm doing this, I'm looking forward to seeing you praise my amazing macro and micro skills I acquired while playing single player over a decade ago. Cheers. Some noob replay. So, haha. Yeah. I like the professional noob replays. Yes, all of my newbies are professionals. They know what they're doing, and don't try it at home. They have been training for this for a very long time to be that perfectly bad. Okay, so this is all very, very dangerous work. Okay, so we have a Z versus P. I'm doing this with so this is on the on 1.18. Which I will keep calling PTR until they fix the shit. But hey, I'm glad people are playing the game because of it. So we've got an overlord, we've got a drone, both of them scouting in the exact wrong location. So it is cross position, which will be a little interesting, to say the least. So we have beautiful APMs gracing our screen, and let's see what happens with it. I must say, I've slightly recovered. I've actually played 2 FFAs now. I've won one and then lost another, and I was a real asshole in the last one. So, on record, I will apologize to Superman for dragging it out, because I really thought that I'd won. Probably casting a game I've been in, we're working on it. Probably there's going to be a commentary at one point, but yeah. I don't know if that one's castable. We've got an expansion going, we have some semblance of a build order, which is all very scary to me. 2 racks depot, all right. But yeah, I was a veritable asshole. I played. The thing is, right? I've got a certain set of skills in FFA that I'll probably make it to the last 3, usually. So I expanded on a map which had. Oh god, look at that! Ah, yeah, got him. They got him. You want to click on the minerals, then they go through, and then you can escape. Because yeah, well, the information was there, right? But yeah, no, I made it to... I expanded to almost every island expansion, and I banked about 30,000 minerals. The sad thing is that I couldn't get the second or the third race going, because I couldn't steal one of the workers, so otherwise I would have won, probably. Also, I played... The one I won, and I'm not making this up, I played... Did you supply block yourself there? No, you shouldn't supply block yourself. That's the number you want to avoid. You want to start building the supply depot before that little thing happens, because then otherwise you die. You die horribly. That's the first thing. Hit your supply cap, that's it. GG. Game over. That's how you got to think about it. That's like a hard kill count. Like, there you go. Everybody dies. Expansions! Expansions! Amazing third hatches in very awkward locations where they can get sieged from the edge. But that's alright. But yeah, I played a 3-hour, let's say, yeah, 2 hour and 50-minute FFA. But because of 1.18, my install got fucked because it wrote over the old one and my launcher isn't working anymore. So I had to use the Icicle launcher, which had caps lock disabled for some reason. And I've got an AZERTY keyboard, which means I played 3 hours without being able to hotkey any units. I had no control groups. And I played that game, and to my horror, nobody was really too fussed about it. But I played Terran on a giant fucking map. We are going to have this first engagement here, though. Well done. Ooh. They did 35 damage, those Zerglings. Oh, wow. This little guy here. No. Okay. This guy got the 3 kills. He kill stole quite a bit. Okay, so this neat little pointless group of Marines was the tactically superior choice. But there were only like 4. Okay, so this guy doesn't need to be here. This guy needs to be this guy here. Okay? Because you have to life the line so they engage at the exact same time. Because this one won't be engaging while the Marines are coming in. But don't worry. Stim is being researched, but range... Well, we might see range. That's fine. So I played Terran on that giant fucking map without any control groups whatsoever. And I won. I played with Wraiths and Battle Cruisers, and I stuck through. And it was awful. My wrist hurt. My wrist is still not entirely 100%. It was quite horrible. Okay, the Spire, nicely hidden in a siegeable location. So we are going to see that. Some gas would be nice. You know, considering you're going Mutalisks and you're 3/4 of the way done and you're not even mining your second gas. That can be constituted as a bit of a no-no. Also, Terran's reason to expand is to get more gas, to do more things. I'm just throwing that out there, that's fine. But you're doing the upgrades are right, you've got some stim, useless bunkers. You don't know where your opponent is, do you? Oh, he did scout that. Alright. Wow. Zerglings. Moving out for some reason. Hey! Mining 1 gas. Well done! A Hydra then now. Okay, so he wasn't... That was just a fake. Okay, look. Ooh, a scan. Oh. The advantages of having a fucking academy. Okay, so... We need to talk about your production, man. I don't know who said... Well, I don't know which one of these actually... You know... If it's Vilius or... I actually didn't say your names, did I? Vilius P2 and Thurstes. Thurstes? Wonderful! Bunkers, bunkers. Now, the key thing to understand about playing this game is... Wow, there's some missile turrets. I'm actually impressed. The key thing to understand is that you are playing a opponent who is building a army. And, yeah, you at one point, the units you build are not to defend yourself, oddly enough, but to beat your opponent at one point. So, the idea is to make units, yes, exactly, and move across the map. Now, you are going in with no information about army composition. You did scan his main, so you kind of know about the Hydras. Also, one other key point in Starcraft is once you lose your army, you have to rebuild it. Because that's okay in Brood War, it's fine. The game doesn't automatically end when you lose a single army. No, because you could have production buildings ready to rebuild what you have lost. Sadly, however, many people tend to forget that part and do lose after their first army is dead because they have no means. So with that 400 minerals in the bank, you could at least build, even with 300 minerals, you could still build 2 more barracks, maybe a factory somewhere, so you have a means of replacing your army. As Terran and as Protoss, you need to make sure you have enough buildings. As Zerg, you have a little bit of an easier time because you are expected to lose quite a bit of your army with each engagement. You need more hatcheries. Sometimes it's a ridiculous amount. Then, and this is where it gets a little complicated, now you need to get the fuck back home. Think about it, 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 think about it. Are the turrets enough? Repair the turrets. You don't care about the turrets. Now at this point you are locked and frozen in complete and utter fear. Oh, no medics on this one. Oh, you are going to chase him off. That's good. Now re-engage. But here's the thing. I forgot what I was saying. Oh well. I'm sure it was enlightening. Yeah, something about production buildings. Oh well. Doesn't actually matter. Yeah, the thing where it gets complicated. That's it, yeah. If you have the production buildings, but after losing your army, you now have the capability of rebuilding your army. But suddenly, then, you are out of minerals. Oh my god. And then you are supply blocked as well. Death to all those who supply block themselves. Think about it, think about it. But he's not doing anything. He's just, yeah, perplexed. He's petrified that the mutalisks might return. The mutalisks are... Oh, actually, yeah, they're coming back, don't worry. Once you have the production, but the incapability of rebuilding your army, not because of the production, but because of the minerals or the gas, that is no longer in sufficient supply because you choose to use your units and production capability, it is very important to expand, because that's the reason why. And it's always nice that the Zerg just literally rams his entire force into the jaws of your waiting army. The warm embrace of marine fire. And that's the reason why we expand, because if you have maxed out your production capability, you need more minerals, and that's why we expand. We don't expand because you expand just because you need to have 3 bases. No, the basis is... the basis to have bases is that you have enough money to fulfill your production. That's the whole trifecta. That was the most convoluted explanation I could have managed, and I kind of did it on purpose. Alright, so, because there's a lot of SCVs here, you know? A lot of SCVs. Not really being that efficient, because these little fellas are just running up and down. Maybe it's time for a third! Why is that 4 still there, though? Why in heavens is that? And look at the kills they're making. They are already... These... Oh, God, the Lurker's on... What? Really? This is the best tactical positioning. Yeah, what the fuck? No! That wasn't supposed to be. No! That's not what's supposed to happen. These guys aren't supposed to be useful. They're supposed to be gobbled up. They're supposed to be advantaged. There's no reason for them to be this. That's the wrong lesson. That's the wrong lesson. You don't learn this lesson. This is not a lesson to learn. Just borrowing the Lurkers would have been... Oh, God, it takes 2 shots for a Lurker. I don't know if they're upgraded at all. Does he? Nah, he doesn't even. Nah. There's no evolution. But 2 shots from a Lurker. Burrow the fuckers now, please. Burrow them. There you go. 1, 2, 1, 2. The crack squad, sadly, was destroyed. The murderers got their due. Really, though. At about 30 minutes in the... Ah! Factory! Good! You already had some, actually. I'm sorry. But yeah, there you go. There's the idea. This is now called a hard switch to mech, because the 2 barracks aren't cutting it, and he won't build anymore. Because I'm guessing the build order says 2 racks, right? So you could never build more than 2 racks if the build order says 2 racks. No. Listen, guys. The build order is what you start with. It's the build order of the first buildings. Yeah, it's fine to build more. Another thing I see people stupidly mistake. Hey, look, you listen to me. Evolution chamber. It's gonna be Carapace. I feel Carapace coming up here. 2,000 in the bank. Defiler then. So this guy is already really going for, you know, a late game, which is good. Nothing on the evolution chamber. Probably spore colonies or something. 3rd base as well. Terran doesn't really need, you know, it's not required per se to mine with 3. Oh god, 700 gas has been mined on this expansion. It's been up since the fucking start. But now they're going mech, you know, maybe you want that gas fully. Okay, here come them, you fucking Goliaths. Alright, yeah. I like the Zergling spread though. Very confused Zerglings as to why they're not dead yet. That's actually, yeah, I applaud this. I applaud this. This is good. Not too many though, because Jesus, half your supply going away on Zerglings you'll never use. Consume and everything. We've got a fucking pro here. Units doing nothing. It's nice. It's fine to build up, but you kind of want them, you know, in a position to do something. These guys being completely useless, they could be securing an expansion perhaps, because now of course there is a sickening bank, and again the supply block is very noticeable. But yeah, a stupid bank suddenly converting into a wondrous army. You're basically, this is debt waiting to happen, yeah. Living off of the backs of the middle class here, using up as reserve that won't be replenished. And sadly, in Brood War there is no bailout, so there's no magical gold expansion to help you, you know, keep your currency from collapsing. No gold standard in Brood War. And yeah, okay, so there is some attempt at movement, which is funny because now you got Goliaths with marine medics, which the poor things, they are already stupid. Alright? Having them navigate marine medic is just cruel. And nice as well. Oh wow, did you... Right, whoa, pause. Did you scan this, or is this just dumb luck? This is just dumb luck. He just went there and found it. He didn't scan it at all. Okay, continue. There's another one here. Dude, seriously, take your third. I know you've got 5... somehow I've got 5k in the bank, which is disgusting. Zerg's not doing much better in that case. Didn't really need... You don't need the expansions because you're not using your money. Yeah? And then you suddenly die out of starvation. This is actually... 124 supply is impressive. 120 supply is also impressive. Mostly because you've let each other... You know... It's all gonna come down to the Defiler micro. It's all gonna come down to how good these Defilers are, which is, you know, quite critical. Yeah, see, that's not really... Okay, send in all your fodder first. Okay, then have the expensive units be exposed. That was absolute pointlessness. You send in the Lurkers first. I'll let the Zerglings bump around a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of tanks there. Whee! Using the Defilers as bait and then... It's one control group. Burrow the whole control group. Never works. This Defiler. Yeah, man. Yeah. There's still some damage being done here. Because Lurkers are immortal under Dark Swarm. Don't take any splash damage. And now the Dark Swarm's gonna run out. You a little bit too far, isn't it? A little bit too far. But the tanks get the message and piss off. Now you are swarming the things that don't matter. Okay, yeah. This is the most painful Lurker push. But it is what it's going to look like. This is what a Lurker push looks like when you're starting out. There is no elegance. There is brute force, cruelty, and here come some lings that should have been there. But they all splattered. There's this little army, forgotten in the sands of time, but that's alright. We've got some reinforcements, all of them neatly placed before the bunker. We still have 8 Marines in there. When the push doesn't come, you get rid of, well, that's why the bunkers in StarCraft 2 have salvage, yeah? Because bunkers become really useless really quickly. Oh, that tank wanted a fire. He wanted some friendly fire in there, but he didn't get a chance. Alright. Alright. What is going to happen here? There's an army there. There's 100 supply. There's a lot of lings. There's still some lurkers. And there's no wayward defiler anymore. We stopped building defilers. Okay, here we go. We've got some defilers. Got some lings. What happened? Got some scourges. Oh yeah, that's the thing I was missing. Frickin' not dropships, but close. It also flies. Where's the starport? Here we go. Science fucking vessels. You know, portable irradiate and detection. Yeah? That's kind of what you want. Oh, we're gonna see a drop, aren't we? A pure marine drop. No medics invited. And okay. Wow, dude, you really gotta control your units, man. You don't just send them off to a beautiful thing. 2 tanks even, wow, okay. Pure vanilla. This is non-Brood War StarCraft. This is StarCraft original. This is vanilla. No medics, just the tanks, and just... I can still consider medics and lurkers to be new units. Because they weren't in StarCraft original. They were added. Valkyries as well. And Corsairs. And DTs, but DDs were only campaign. No, this is fine. This is what you want to do. Yeah, okay. Not too far. Oh, God. He's going to lose a tank, isn't he? Oh, no, he isn't, actually. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. It's only 2 Sunkens, though, so... Oh, here comes a friendly fire. Oh, and here comes the friendly defiler. Wow. Yeah. Failure of micro is what kills a lot of burgeoning Zergs. So, and now, oh Jesus Christ, that's a lot of tanks. Yeah, you're not gonna deal with that with Lings. No, this is Ultralisk territory. So, yeah, there you go. That's what you want. Fun fact: splash damage still does damage on the Dark Swarm, so Lurkers on the that Iron Burrowed will still take the splash damage, and with a umpteen kabillion zillion tanks, yeah, that's gonna kill a Lurker. All right, so I'm out of army. GG. What? He had 9,000 in the bank. 9,000, and I didn't see how much gas. But he was out of army. No. That's not how it works with Zerg. Yes, you lost an expansion through that you could have been killed by the Lings that were sent to die without Dark Swarm because of bad coordination. This is the hardest thing, I will agree. This is what bad StarCraft looks like, but Jesus H fucking Christ, you don't GG with 9,000 minerals in back. That's not even low in FFA standards. Seriously. Anyway, yes, the winner sent me the replay. So kudos that after 23 minutes, you did coordinate an attack. I will say, the fuck are these guys still doing here? Because I know randomly camping units around the map did net you one of the greatest victories I've ever seen a Terran take over those lurkers that didn't even fucking fight back. But it's not a tactic you want to adhere to. Okay? Okay. All these tanks together, yeah? Well-placed Dark Swarm would have murdered the shit out of you. A single Ultralisk would have ended you. So, because their armor actually, takes up most of the splash. Well done. And yeah, there you go. Thanks for sending me the replay. Why the fuck didn't you make more than 2 barracks? Where are your science vessels? You should have died to the Mutalisks. You really should have died to the Mutalisks. But he rammed them into your waiting arms of your marines. And only tanks against Zerg is like the worst thing that has ever happened. No, don't do that. Okay, mech means vultures, means mines, and a couple of Goliaths here and there to deter whatever the shit it is. But it's mostly science vessels, vultures, and tanks. And, some M&M maybe peppered in there, but... God damn it. Alright, bye-bye.